There's been something weighing on me, on my mind for the past several days, a week or so, and I just need to talk about it. And I've talked about it before on my channel, but I'm going to talk about it again. It's about color analysis, and specifically the idea that you need to be labeled as a winter or a spring or a summer or an autumn or any division of those in order to know what looks good on you. If you've ever been told to stick to a certain palette, or worse, to throw away clothes you love because they're not your colors, this video is for you. So if you're ready, so am I. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Tina Schwan. I'm a personal stylist and online style educator for women. And as such, I empower ambitious women to show up, speak up, and shine through the transformative power of personal style. And today, I want to have an open and honest conversation about color, one that feels liberating and not limiting. Here's what got me thinking about all of this recently. And this happens to me probably every couple of weeks or every so often when I'm at an event. So I was at an event recently chatting with a lovely woman who had just had her colors done. She was excited, but said, "Now I have to go home and get rid of half my closet." And I just stopped her dead in her tracks right there. And I said, "Oh, please don't do that." Because while color analysis can be a helpful tool, it's really not meant to become a rule book, at least not in my opinion as a stylist. You do not need to overhaul your wardrobe or throw away pieces you love because they don't fit neatly into a prescribed palette. Now, I want to be clear. I am not here to bash color analysis or the professionals who do it. Many of them are wonderful, highly trained experts who serve their clients beautifully. I just happen to have a different philosophy when it comes to color. So let me tell you my experience with this personally. Years ago, I had my own colors done. Now, I'm talking back in the 80s, back when it was kind of first out, at least as far as I was concerned. And it was all the rage. I had super dark hair at the time, and I was labeled a winter. And honestly, I was so happy. I could wear black and white and jewel tones and all those high contrast colors like royal blue and bright pink. And it really fit me at the time. But over time, I kind of forgot about it and I went back to wearing what made me feel good. My philosophy was really that anyone can wear pretty much any color as long as she styles it well and wears makeup and accessories that coordinate well. And frankly, color analysis was really no longer a trend for quite a while. Fast forward a few decades, and suddenly color analysis is back again. Right before I began my journey to become a stylist a few years ago, I decided to have my colors done just to learn more about it. The color analyst identified me as an autumn. Now, that is completely different from a winter. And the process was very familiar, though, and very methodical. I had no makeup on. I had everything covered in white, and then she draped me. And she told me that I was a leafy autumn. So, in other words, things like deep olive and pumpkin and mustard yellow look good on me, and browns, but not black, white, all those colors. I went back to my closet and realized that all the colors I really love and feel good were not my colors. I even had a photo shoot during that time where I wore the suggested palette and lipstick. And when I look back at those photos now, it really just doesn't feel like me. And that's really when I started questioning the whole system. So, if you're interested in digging deeper into color theory and all other things style, consider joining my online course, The Signature Style Experience. You can sign up or click to learn more anytime. There's a link in the description below. All right, so back to the rest of my story. When I trained as a stylist through the Global Style Academy, I learned that traditional seasonal color analysis isn't actually something that's taught in fashion schools. It's not widely used among high end or celebrity stylists either. That doesn't mean it has no value, it simply means it's one approach, but not the approach. The issue I see most often is when people use it as a rule to eliminate things that bring them joy. And interestingly, a woman I spoke with recently who is of mixed race mentioned that the system didn't quite apply to her, at least not in her opinion. And I think she's right. I think color analysis was originally developed decades ago, primarily for fair skinned Caucasian women. It's evolved, but I don't think it's universally inclusive. That's my own opinion. That's why I take a more holistic approach to color, one that really starts with you as a unique individual woman. When I work with clients, we absolutely talk about color, but we do it in the context of what is your signature style? We look at what colors make you feel alive, what shades do you naturally gravitate toward, and how can we combine colors in fresh ways to reflect your personality and your energy? So, if you've had your colors done, that is great. It's a great tool, like I said. But I want to flip the script on it and change the narrative. Rather than using the color analysis as a way to eliminate colors from your wardrobe, why don't we use that as an inspiration to explore new shades and add depth and new ideas to your wardrobe? But please don't feel like you have to eliminate colors that you already love. For example, I adore bright pink and I adore soft icy blue. Technically, they're not in my autumn palette, but I feel great in them. And at the same time, I've learned to mix in a few earth tones like olive and navy and browns that I didn't really wear before. So instead of seeing color analysis as a system of restriction, think of it as a springboard to add to your wardrobe, not subtract from it. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's this. You don't need a label to know what looks good on you. Anything that tries to squeeze you into a certain box, it really is just not useful, in my opinion. The same goes for the style archetypes you hear about. Squeezing yourself into a box just really doesn't apply to you. You already know deep down what colors make you feel confident and beautiful. And my job as a stylist is simply to help you see it, trust yourself, and bring it to life. If you'd like to dive deeper into discovering your own signature style and building a wardrobe that truly feels like you, again, you can check out my full signature style experience or my new course, The Confident Closet. Both links are below in the description. And if you found this conversation helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share with a friend who might need a little color confidence today. As always, I'm grateful for your time. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, the best color you can wear is confidence. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much, and God bless.